Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United. From breaking news to transfer talk and match updates, we've got every red covered. If you live and breathe United, hit subscribe and join the family. Glory, glory, Man United.
Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes is at the centre of fresh transfer drama. Just weeks after rejecting a record Saudi offer from Al-Hilal, the Portuguese playmaker has now held talks with Al-Ittihad in a sensational late window twist. Reports claim the meeting was positive, with Fernandes demanding a huge £33 million a year contract. United are facing financial pressure after their summer spending spree, and with no major outgoings yet, the Red Devils could be tempted to cash in on their skipper. Could Old Trafford really lose their captain just days before the transfer window shuts? Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes is reportedly being chased by Saudi Pro League side Al-Ittihad, with a meeting between the two camps already taking place. Fernandes was pursued by Saudi club Al-Hilal earlier this summer, and the Portuguese playmaker looked likely to join them until he performed a huge U-turn and opted to stay at Old Trafford. There is only about a week until the summer transfer window closes, and Al-Ittihad are now trying their luck for the 30-year-old in a last gasp attempt, according to The Sun. The meeting between Al-Ittihad and Fernandes is said to have been positive, the report says, and the Middle East outfit are very keen to secure his signature. During the discussions, Fernandes is said to have asked Al-Ittihad for an eye-watering contract worth around £33 million a year. The reported sum Al-Hilal were offering. Fernandes was around £66 million a year, which would work out as £1.3 million a week, making the total package around £200 million for his entire contract. Fernandes is seen as central to United's rebuilding project, but the club are in desperate need of balancing the books after splashing out £72 million on Benjamin Sesko, £71 million on Bryan Mbeumo, and around £62 million on Matheus Cunha. Young left-back Diego Leon also arrived for £7 million. So far, United don't have any confirmed outgoings from permanent transfers. They did loan Marcus Rashford out to Barcelona, who will pay the entirety of his salary at the Nou Camp, while Christian Eriksen, Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans all left on free transfers. But United may be tempted to clear a player off their wage bill, who earns a reported £300,000 a week at the club. Fernandes himself said earlier this summer he could leave the club if they ever wanted to cash in on him, but otherwise would stay until he was told otherwise. "I have always been honest," he said. "I've always said I will be here until the club says to me that it's time to go. I'm eager to do more, to be able to bring the club the great days. In the day that the club thinks that I'm too much or it's time to part ways, football is like this, you never know it." Fernandes also stressed his desire to continue playing at the highest level, adding, "I want to play major competitions. I know I still can, and I want to be happy doing the thing I love the most. For better or worse, this is how I see football, and I'm passionate about football, and this is the decision I've made." The transfer window is entering its final frantic days, and Manchester United are right in the middle of the storm. Big names like Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko have already arrived, but United aren't done yet. Ruben Amorim still wants a new midfielder. Gianluigi Donnarumma has emerged as a major goalkeeping target, and exits for Sancho, Antony, Garnacho and more could reshape the squad before deadline day. But with City now circling Donnarumma and Sancho's agents causing chaos in negotiations, United face a decisive week that could define their entire season. The transfer window is entering its final throes, and Manchester United have work to do. The club still have ambitions over a number of deals to complete before the summer is done. The Red Devils have made big moves to land a new front line in Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. But Ruben Amorim is noted to want a new midfielder this summer, though Carlos Baleba does not look to be available at a suitable price. There has been no shortage of talk over goalkeepers either. Andre Onana and Altay Bayindir have both seen their future speculated upon, while the club have been linked to Gianluigi Donnarumma and Emiliano Martinez. There are exits to secure too. United hope to see Jadon Sancho, Antony, Alejandro Garnacho, Tyrell Malacia and Rasmus Højlund all depart in the coming days. Manchester United may have to move quickly if they want to sign Gianluigi Donnarumma, with Manchester City said to have opened talks with Paris Saint-Germain over a move. The French club are looking to move on the Italian after signing Lucas Chevalier, with Donnarumma in the final year of his contract. City have already added James Trafford this summer, and he started against Wolves in Ederson's absence. The Brazilian was suffering from illness as reports of a move to Galatasaray gather pace. City are unwilling to meet PSG's £40 million asking price per Football Italia, but the League One champions could be persuaded to lower the fee given Donnarumma's significant salary. Jadon Sancho's agents are posing a problem in the Manchester United star finding a new club, according to reports in Italy. Gazzetta, per Sport Witness, claim the commission they require has caused a stumbling block for Roma's progress in a move with Juventus, and Atletico Madrid said to have been dismayed already this summer. Roma are said to be happy to provide an offer near Sancho's £7.7 million per season wage demands, and have an agreement in principle with United over terms for an initial loan deal. But Sancho's representatives are claimed to be more attracted by offers from Besiktas and Saudi Arabia. The Serie A side will now rely on the player to bring his agents back to their senses, it is said. Sancho has previously been said to be waiting on other offers. West Brom boss Ryan Mason has spoken glowingly about Manchester United loanee Toby Collyer and expects the midfielder to improve a great deal this season. The ex-Spurs coach revealed the youngster had been a target for weeks and could not speak highly enough of his desire to improve the player this season. Toby's a young player, but we know we're going to need him, and he's going to help us, Mason said. I've wanted Toby for a few weeks now. He's someone that I really believe in, which is important, and I have that belief in all of my players. But when you go on loan to somewhere, I think you need to feel like you're wanted from the club and the manager, and he certainly is that. Hopefully we can help him, because if we help him improve and grow as a player, then it's certainly going to be beneficial to us. I think there's loads of room and loads of growth to develop. That's certainly going to happen on the training pitch. The reality is, the game is the best teacher. The more game exposure you can get, the better, especially at a young age. I'm sure and I expect that Toby knows that I believe in him, which for me is super important. I'm going to put a lot of energy, the same amount of energy that I've put into him as every other one of my players, to help them grow and improve. Nikola Kristovic may have his eyes set on a future move to Manchester United, but for now, the Montenegrin striker has completed a £22 million switch to Atalanta. The Serie A club moved quickly after losing patience in talks for Fulham's Rodrigo Muniz, but the signing comes amid major unrest in Bergamo. Ademola Lookman has shocked fans with a transfer request, accusing the club of broken promises as Inter Milan circle. With Atalanta firm on their stance, the Italian side now finds themselves juggling a new arrival with an explosive standoff over their star forward. Manchester United represent the pinnacle for a number of stars despite their recent troubles, and that is no different for Serie A star Nikola Kristovic. The former Lecce star recently admitted his admiration for the Red Devils earlier this year. He said, after the match against Torino, he, Mirko Vucinic, told me, think about the next one. Where would I never play? In Bari. My dream is Manchester United. It's only the second year here in Lecce. I am very happy, both me and my family. We have friends and we're enjoying it, so let's think about the present. Despite earmarking a move to Old Trafford, the Montenegrin forward will now have to put his dream on hold, having sealed a switch to Italian rivals Atalanta. The Serie A side have paid £22 million for his services, while Kristovic has put pen to paper on his switch. Atalanta were previously linked with a move for Fulham's Rodrigo Muniz, but appear to have lost patience in talks and have opted for an alternative. Kristovic's arrival comes amid a tense situation regarding current star Ademola Lookman. After scoring 52 goals for the Italian side over the last 3 seasons and helping them to win the Europa League in 2024, he has attempted to engineer a move away amid interest from Inter Milan. Lookman recently took to Instagram with an explosive statement confirming he had lodged a transfer request. He wrote, "There have been numerous clubs approach Atalanta in the past, and I have previously always stayed loyal. However, myself and the ownership of the club have been in agreement that now is the right time, and the club were clear with me that if a fair offer came in, they would allow me to move. Despite now receiving an offer in alignment to what I believe had been discussed, sadly the club are blocking the opportunity for reasons I do not understand. As a result, and after many months of broken promises and what I feel has been poor treatment towards me as both a human being and as a professional footballer, sadly I feel I have no choice but to speak out for what I believe is right, and I feel that enough is enough. I can confirm I have now handed in a formal transfer request. Atalanta CEO Luca Percassi recently opened up on the situation and claimed that the club would be happy to sell, but only for their price and not to a direct rival. He said, "It's a good opportunity to clarify what happened. Last year, after a 20 million offer from PSG, the player had asked us to be sold. Atalanta, being a credible club, had promised to sell the player this window based on two conditions that he himself had asked of us. First, to go to a super top European club, and that he would never be seen in Italy wearing a shirt other than Atalanta's, given what he did for the club and what he received from the club. Today, as you know, the situation is very different. The club is always careful when evaluating the value and timing of its players, but as always, it is Atalanta, the club, that decides.